All right, guys, we are going to fit Dolce with a prong collar. And I want to show you what that looks like and how you make sure that you have a good fit for your dog and the right size. So this guy here, he's a little furry. We typically use two different size prong collars. We'll use a 3.0, which is what's in my hand, or a 2.25. The dogs that are generally more hairy or very big, you're going to use the larger prong set. So I'm going to show you how we fit it to him, and then also how we went from his crazy, crazy walk to something more common polite, simply by utilizing a tool. So when you do have a crazy dog, he's probably not going to sit still. Make sure that you have a leash attached so you can step on it and you can fit your dog with the tool. So mine have these clips in it, so all I'm going to do is unclip it. So you want the prong collar to fit right here behind the ears, okay? We don't want it sitting down low. So this just snaps right in. And this actually is a perfect fit for him. So you can see, I can get, a couple fingers underneath the prong. You don't want it super, super tight, but I don't want it so loose that it's gonna fall down on my dog. All right, we got this guy all set up. He's got his prong collar. And we're gonna show you now how to teach your dog about pressure and release. So all I'm doing, obviously he's still gonna get crazy, right? He's still gonna run off and pull on the leash. But what I'm doing is when my dog moves forward is I'm going to lock in my feet and hold steady pressure on the leash until he comes back towards me, and then I release pressure. And this is the beginning of our conversation. So just like that, he pulls, he comes towards me, tension on the leash drops. So at this point, I'm not very concerned about how this looks. I don't need my dog in a perfect heel. I need him to walk on a loose leash, and I need him to yield towards me when he feels collar pressure. So anytime this leash has tension in it, the collar's engaged. The collar's applying steady pressure around the dog's neck, and what I need to teach him is, in order to get that pressure to stop, you need to yield back in my direction, and then the pressure stops. And this is how we start forming a heel using a prong collar. Comes back towards me, tension drops. And so what you notice I'm doing is I'm moving in the opposite direction of my dog, and also notice Dolce too, showing me no attention whatsoever, right? I'm not here. I'm starting to get a little bit more, and you'll see as we continue on with this process how much more attention I'm going to get with him. So not only is this teaching your dog, good boy, how to walk politely on a leash, good. You're also working on handler awareness and focus. So what's important to note when you're working with dogs, especially ones that have a lot of energy, are very adrenalized, are powerful like this, the amount of, when your dog's adrenaline rises, any being, when adrenaline rises, your tolerance for touch also rises, right? So he doesn't necessarily feel this stuff at first. We have to calm him down in order to better communicate. So that's why we go through this process. You can see that he's much more relaxed, and now I can have a much more nuanced conversation with him about what I need him to do. So we work him through that adrenaline. So at this point, I don't have to use so much pressure with him as I did before. You saw him running out, hitting the end of the leash, and now you're gonna see him calm down a bit, and I'm able to have a much more relaxed conversation with him. You can see he's already in tune with where I am. I'm gonna take a step back and start giving like little pops in my directions. Anytime my dog is going to move in a direction that is away from me, I'm going to move in the opposite direction and just give these little tugs. Take a step out. Good boy. Good. Good. I'm getting some eye contact. Hi, friend. All right, so your options now for directional changes are going to be these 180 turns that we're doing. In all honesty, they make you very dizzy. So we're going to give you some other options as well. Your other option when your dog moves out is to take a step in the opposite direction. So you can see he's going that way, so I went this way. Dog is going to go out. I'm going to take a step backwards, over, forwards. Good. There you go. That looks prettier. You may have moments where the dog still runs out like that. Just plant your feet, let them hit the end of the leash, and they're going to correct themselves for that behavior. So all of this is really to just slow him down so you can have a more nuanced conversation with him. If you don't have his attention and his state of mind in a nice, calm manner, you're not going to get through. Good boy.